Are you a people pleaser? Because if you are, you have probably a higher magnesium burn rate, meaning you put magnesium in your body through food or through soaking in magnesium soak, and your body burns through it faster, meaning you have to get more and more magnesium because your burn rate is high. My goal is not only to soak in magnesium and achieve cell saturation, but bring down how fast my body uses magnesium. Now, my name's Kristen. I'm a magnesium advocate. I'm the founder of Living the Good Life Naturally. I'm a grandma. I'm a mom. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I mean, there's lots of things I can, about who I am. I am not a mental health person. So please make sure that whatever you're doing is a good fit for you. I'm just sharing with you the pattern that I have seen with people pleasing and having that high magnesium burn rate. So let's talk about some things that will help you to turn that pattern and not turn it around, but replace with something else. Because when you do, you don't have to soak in magnesium as often. Your body becomes more efficient at utilizing the magnesium that it has. So, when we look at people pleasing, it's a lack of assertiveness. So, let's look at that word assertive. How do you feel or what do you think when you say the following words? I am assertive. What comes up for you in your head? Like, no, I'm not. I never say what I'm thinking, or I never give my opinion. So let's go over some words that a people pleaser might not be comfortable with, but it's important that you do become comfortable with these words so that you can drop the people pleasing pattern, but you need something to replace the pattern, or else it gets filled up again with something else. And we want to deliberately fill it up. So I made a list of words that I want to share with you. And I would love to know. We have a couple people on waving hello. Oh, my jewelry's probably shaking in the shaking in the mic. I would love to know, what are you comfortable with these words? What do you think of these words? Do you ever use these words? Because a lot of times people pleasers, it even changes the words that they're using. So here they are. Confident. Do you feel confident? I don't know. Good journal prompts too on this one. Forceful. Are there times that you're forceful? Do you feel comfortable being forceful? Self confident. Positive. Bold. Decisive. Assured. Authoritative. What do you think of those words? Do you ever use them in your daily language? Are you comfortable putting I am and then assured? I am decisive. I am confident. I am authority, whatever it is that needs to go with that. Because when you're a people pleaser, you're looking outside of yourself for validation. And that's not where you find it. You'll always be looking for it. You'll always be on the hunt. You'll always be gathering. It will never be enough. And because of that, it's never enough. You want more and more and more. You have a higher magnesium burn rate. You're always looking, always searching. Stop. The thing that you're looking for is in here. It's not out here. Why would we take that and put something that important in someone else's hands? It is so important that that validation and how we view ourselves starts here and comes out. Oops, sorry, Mike again. And it comes out this way instead of searching for it from other people. Well, what if that person had a bad day? And then our value goes down, or our value goes up, or our value flatlines. Do you see how that creates a high magnesium burn rate? So creating that value, holding your value internally is what helps replace the people pleasing. And please know this is something that is a part of my experience. I'm not saying you, but replacing that people pleasing, not just pushing it down and pretending that it's not there. And usually, not always, but usually a people pleaser, someone who does that, they didn't get their needs met as a kid. For some reason, the adults in their life were busy doing something else and they didn't give that validation. And so it's like it's like that little kid in us is still searching, searching, searching. And when you're searching, 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 you're never content. Right now, whatever your health is at, wherever you are at for your health, I promise you, there is something about your health that you have not acknowledged or had gratitude for because you're out there searching to get healthier. Have you ever stopped and just had gratitude for your legs? I know I have deep gratitude for my legs because I live with a double amputee and I watch what he goes through every single day to be able to walk every day. I have a deeper appreciation for my legs. I have a deep appreciation for my hearing. I was deaf as a kid. And I so appreciate the ability to be able to, I still read lips a little bit, but to be able to hear people, for my eyes to be able to see, for my eyelashes that filter my eyes and keep my eyes clean, for my fingers that move, for the sense of smell. To smell, I walked outside today and the rosemary, the gardener had just come and cleaned up the rosemary. And so it just was smelled like rosemary. It just consumed me. It was wonderful. And I just stood there for a minute and smelled it. Someone who's actively in pursuit of being a people pleaser is never content with what they have, and so they're constantly searching. Now, you may want to build more health. Set up a time in your space, create some space, not to be searching for more health, but to have gratitude and be aware of all the things that are working in your body right now. Because a people pleaser is never content. And that lack of being content is draining your mineral status. It's dropping your mineral status. So is what I do is I take a specific day and I just focus on, I'm not, because I love to learn, I'm not learning about anything new. I'm not any of that. I'm just experiencing contentment with what I have. As a thrifter, I keep a very specific list of what I'm looking for. And instead of focusing on, okay, what am I looking for? What's on my list? I just experience gratitude for my new Beatles shirt. You see that? I was so excited. I love graphic tees. For, I don't know, the things that I've found, for the connection that I felt with my husband. Now, I have one day that I really focus on that. And for me, I've found that when I do that, it trickles to the rest of my week. I did it where I found little moments throughout the day, and that's good. It works better for me when I spent that entire day and I just immersed myself in not looking for anything more, not trying to be anything more, but just being content with what I had. Having more gratitude for my health, having more gratitude for my home, having more gratitude for my relationships, my connections, my company, everything. Because if you're looking outside for your value, you're going to be always a high burn magnesium person. That means when you do your 30-day challenge, you are not going to absorb as much of the magnesium as someone who isn't a people pleaser, because we're looking for something outside of our body that can never be found. That value is found inside, and it's our job to hold it strong. So think about it. Are you comfortable with the words, I am confident, I am decisive, I am choosing to see moments where I can be decisive, I am creating a space to learn how to be decisive, I am forceful. I am choosing to see where I can be more forceful in the appropriate moments. Those are all I am statements that you could pull around these words that go with assertiveness, because a people pleaser has lost the ability to be assertive. And so it also starts to affect thyroid function. There was a great study done in 2012 that people who do not use their voice and articulate some of their thoughts and don't feel like their thoughts have value, it starts to affect your thyroid. We don't want to do that. So here's an example. A couple of women will be standing in a group. Oh, where do you want to go to eat? Oh, I don't care. I don't care. Oh, it doesn't matter, wherever you want to go. Do something different. Say, I want to go to here. Break your pattern if you do that. Not everybody does, but some people do that. So find little moments in your day to be assertive that are appropriate to be assertive, and get comfortable holding your space and realizing your value comes here to here. And if you're looking for it by doing things what other people want you to do, you're never going to find it. And you're going to be tired, and you're going to be burned out, and you're going to have low magnesium status. And that magnesium is what takes your vitamin D from being stored, and it converts it to becoming active, and is the first gateway for health. What do you think? Do you think you could change your magnesium burn status? I know you can. I've seen it in thousands of women over the last 20 years. When they change the mental game and start focusing on creating value inside, holding it, and letting other people see it, versus people pleasing and constantly, it's almost like begging, please notice me, please think I'm doing a great job. We don't find value out there. We create it here and we hold it. And when we do that, we hold on to our magnesium. So I'd love to know, share in the comments below thoughts that you have on people pleasing, assertiveness, the I am statements we talked about, and how people pleasing is actually decreasing your mineral status. I'd love to know your thoughts on this and get a conversation started, and we can do some more ideas of what we can do if you need to, of what can happen, tools that we can use to learn how to be more comfortable with being assertive and learn how to use our voice. I'll never forget the radio show. I started the radio show, it was years and years and years ago, at the very beginning of the company. And a good friend, I had just written in my journal, I am ready to stand on a bigger stage to share my message that I'm so passionate about. And I got a call from a friend, and he said, Kristen, the person who was coming in the spot for a health topic had to cancel. Can you be to the radio station in 20 minutes? I was like, radio station? What? Huh? And so I did. I got there in 20 minutes and I hopped on air and I loved it. I fell in love with it. So much so that I started doing my own radio show there on KVNU. And then we went on a couple others, and people would call in and ask questions. And every once in a while, it was so scary to me that my voice was being heard in different states. And so on the break of the radio show, they have top of the hour and bottom of the hour, I'd cry. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this. And the poor guy who was doing his name, I called him Houston, the guy who was running the boards and all the music and stuff, he'd look at me like, are you going to go back on? Have I got 30 minutes of airspace I need to fill? I'd be like, no, I'm okay. This is just really, really scary, because I was stepping into my voice. I was stepping into being comfortable with the power of my voice. And by doing so, I have a better magnesium burn rate. Now, I still soak in magnesium, but I don't have to do it as often as I used to. So, share with me in the comments. Tell me what you think of people pleasing and magnesium and the connection that I think is really powerful between the two. Bye bye.